were on the vegetables, that wasn't there at that point of time. So you're getting exposed to all of that. And we started understanding the same thing here, that what we were eating was not fresh, and hence the nutrition part of it was not as much as you would think it was, right? So, सब्जियों में, टमाटर में, जो भी लेकर के आप जो बना रहे हो और जिस तरह से खाना बना रहे हो, that means that the nutrition is not up to level, which means what? What does it do? It creates a nutrition gap. And hence you start feeling the difference in your body, right? If you start eating, अगर आप पिज्जा खा रहे हो, बर्गर्स खा रहे हो, वो मैकडॉनल्ड्स में वो रैप इतना बढ़िया होता है, इतना टेस्टी होता है, लेकिन वो एक टेस्ट का ख्याल, it's taking care of your taste buds, but it's not taking care of your the things that are required for you to have a healthy body and healthy mind, right? So that's why those deficiencies happen in your body, and that's why especially there are blood tests that are done, or blood work में भी दिखाई दे जाता है, are you deficient in vitamin D, your doctor will tell you calcium की जरूरत है या whatever, right? You just know that these are things that you require, and that's why Sugeet and I started taking care of our nutrition. And the thing that really appealed to us about Nutrilite is what it stands for. From seed to supplement, everything is taken care of by one entity. They grow their own, they harvest and process, their own plants, right? They have over 6,000 acres of farmland here in US, in Mexico, and in Brazil. So when we started learning these things for here, and I know there's equivalent of that, that happens, the same type of taking care of the processes in making Nutrilite के vitamins जो बनते हैं, that's what gives you the conviction कि you're dealing with good products. अब एक बार वो तसल्ली हो जाए दिमाग में कि you're dealing with the great line of products, now as you're using it and you start to see the difference, now you can go and talk to somebody else with conviction, with confidence. In India, there is also those herbal line of products that we don't have here, but you guys have it there. Brahmi hai, ashwagandha hai, Osaka, right? All of these things that are available. And I remember my father used to take वो त्रिफला के चूरन खाया करते थे. Now you have all that available to you in a tablet form, but it comes from a clean source. And that is so important, right? Because ये सारी चीजें अगर आप बाहर से ले रहे हो, तो you don't really know if it has been, it's clean source, right? You want to make sure कि उसमें और दूसरी चीजें की मिलावट ना हो जिससे आपको नुकसान हो सके. अब वही confidence से then you can talk to your customers about it and convey these. This is what I tell people in our group, right? When they're talking to anybody about Nutrilite or any of the products that you're trying to sell, is like you got to know certain key points, things that you can convey to the other person with confidence, and you have to believe in what you're talking about. ये नहीं है कि आप you're trying to tell them about things that you don't really have faith in yourself. Then you are a bad salesperson. I mean, you're not really a salesperson, honestly. You are a business owner talking to another person about a product that you're trying to sell them, right? So you got to know that you got to have that faith in your own products. You got to know that you're dealing with the best of the best. And it's just certain things that you tell them about it, and then you can talk to them about the guarantee that is there behind the products, what's certain key features of the company and what you stand for. And that's how you start creating a business. Sugeet and I have benefited tremendously with Nutrilite and all the other. We are 100% product users of our own. Whatever is available in our business, we use it, right? That's what we taught to people in our group. I will also encourage you guys to invest a little in your business. वो ज़रूरी होता है, right? Because आप कस्टमर के पास में जाओ और अगर आपके पास में प्रोडक्ट हो तो वो कस्टमर तुरंत खरीद लेता है. It's like an instant decision अगर कोई बनाता है. तो if you have these things on your hand, you'll be able to sell it to the customer. Also, you can have certain tools available to yourself so that you can get educated yourself. मतलब कुछ brochures हैं, there are other things that are available by the corporation. तो वो सब चीजें आप अपने हाथ में रखिए जब when you're talking to your clients, then your customers, then you can do an effective presentation of the product. But what we are teaching people is to just do small circles so that you can duplicate that. So it's not like हम ये नहीं बोलते कि आप हजारों पीवी का पर्सनल बिजनेस क्रिएट करो, बिकॉज दैट्स हार्ड थिंग टू डू, राइट? क्योंकि आपके many people work full time, they have families, and they have to take care of their homes, and on top of that, this is what you do as to create a supplemental income. So keeping that in mind, what we tell people is that you learn how to do your 150 PV here. That's what we teach here in the US. But to a core person, we teach them to 300 PV. क्योंकि अगर आप 300 PV अगर सीख जाओगे तो आप किसी और को you can teach that to somebody else. Now, equivalent of whatever is being taught in your line of sponsorship, you follow that, right? जो भी आपकी upline आपको सिखा रही है, that's what you follow. But it's easy to duplicate these smaller units of things that you can teach to do, and that's how you build a larger business. Okay, so
Ma'am, please unmute yourself. Kajal, ma'am, please unmute.
how did I
Yep, we're good.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I don't know
No,
how.
no, just 1 second. Just 1 second has get paused, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So I didn't get cut for a longer time, right? No, okay. So what I was saying was that just duplicate teach, when you learn something, teach that to somebody else in your group. Work with people in your group, help them. And that's how you create volume. You find जो भी आपको जिस चीज पे कंफर्टेबल लगता है, राइट? अगर आपको वेट मैनेजमेंट के प्रोडक्ट्स अच्छे लग रहे हैं तो यू फोकस ऑन दैट. If you like the supplement products, or you like the herbal line, or you want some specific product lines that you want to focus on, whatever, right? जो भी चीज में आपको आसानी लगती है, you work with that. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be like everybody else. You find your own strengths, focus on those, and then start duplicating yourself, your effort, work with people in your group, and start creating those volume cycles. Help somebody else achieve what you have learned, teach them. This is what we tell people, is that teach them to fish rather than keep fishing for them. यानी कि आप उनको अगर सिखाओगे और अगर आप उनको ये सब, if they learn how to do it, then you never have to work, at that point again, right? Because आपने उनको सिखा दिया. And then you also want to make sure that that same skill set keeps being passed to somebody else in your group. And that's how you create a larger network. So Sugeet and I have not just focused on only creating, a lot of volume in our personal circle. What we have focused on is doing some in our circle and then teaching others in our group. So we have created a network and created leaders who in turn have been very effective in being able to duplicate themselves and getting the similar results in their groups. And we have a couple of very big businesses that are going to speak to you today. You've heard of Saji and Sushma. They're diamonds here in the US, and Tanmay and Rashmi are founders emeralds here, and all of them have massive businesses, a lot of big pins in their groups. So they're going to talk to you, and I know that they're going to share some valuable tips with you. But before we go any further, I want Sugeet to come and talk to you guys about some of the things that we do in our business. But I would highly encourage you to go on the website, learn more about the products that you have. My father, he had like a small store, right? Bombay में उनकी दुकान थी, दूध और दही की दुकान थी, एंड मिठाई भी बेचते थे हम लोग. बाद में मिठाई बेचनी बंद कर दी थी, सिर्फ दूध और दही की दुकान थी. और जब मेरे फादर यहाँ पे यूएस में आए थे और उनको पता था कि मैं सुगीत एमवे बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, एंड एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम वी वर ब्रांड न्यू रूबीज इन द बिजनेस. तो जब वो मेरे डैडी घर में आए तो हमारा नीचे घर में प्रोडक्ट पिकअप चल रहा था और मेरे फादर ऊपर थे. तो नीचे से लोगों से बात करने के बाद ना, केम टू चेक ऑन हिम अपस्टेयर्स. तो मैं जो ऊपर आई तो मेरे फादर कहते हैं, धंधा पानी ठीक से चल रहा है ना तुम्हारा नीचे? ही थॉट कि मेरी जैसे जैसे उनकी दुकान में बिक्री होती थी वैसे ही हमारे नीचे, हम लोग उसको पेस मीटिंग बोलते हैं, हमारी पेस मीटिंग चल रही थी नीचे. और मेरे पापा मुझसे पूछ रहे थे कि तुम्हारा धंधा पानी ठीक से चल रहा है कि नहीं. तो आई जस्ट वांट मेक श्योर कि आप लोग का धंधा पानी भी ठीक से चलता रहे. So make sure that you all build big businesses so that you can achieve whatever it is that you were looking for in this business. Your dreams and goals are important to you, and we want to see you succeed as well so that you can impact many other lives. So it was a pleasure speaking to you, and here's back to Steve.
Yay! Come on, make some noise. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
I like
yeah.
that.
All
I
right, all
like that.
right.
Okay. Thank you. I like that. At least आवाज तो कर रहे हैं कुछ लोग. They're all here. So listen. Um, First, I loved what Kajal talked about. The business is simple. You don't want to make it complicated. It is work. All of us have to work hard. Be it a job, be it anything. You'll have to put in some effort to build it. And you know, in our business, this is something I learned from our upline, and this is something that I've taught for the last 20 some years, is that there are two very simple things you have to get good at. There's only two things. There's not third, there's not three, there's not four. There's two things you have to learn and you have to get good at. Number one is you have to learn how to create volume. Now, I don't know about you. Is Amway, think about it. Is Amway an opportunity company or is Amway a product company? Think about it. Think about it. Now, when I got started 25 years ago, we had, I think, very minimal products in Nutrilite. We did not have a whole lot. As a matter of fact, there is a product called Excess. I don't know आपके इंडिया में ये टॉय आता है कि नहीं, but हमको मिला यहाँ पे. Excess was not there when I got started. When I got started 25 years ago, Amway used to sell shoe polish in India. Shoe polish. हम shoe polish और window cleaner वो सब लेके we went platinum. Now what does that tell you? Is Amway a product company or Amway an opportunity company? Amway is an opportunity company that makes excellent products. Understand that. It's an opportunity company that makes excellent products. हम लोग के business में जो भी आता है, they've come to succeed financially because there's an opportunity to do well financially. Now, because there is a business, you have to learn what products we have. And we are very fortunate that Amway makes one of the best products in the market globally. 90 years of Nutrilite. How many people can say that? हम लोग के US में there is a statement that we say when we talk about Nutrilite. It's the first and only global vitamin and supplement company which is not only NSF certified, the USDA, non-GMO, organic products that are not just only organic, but their farms on which they are harvested is also certified organic. दुनिया में और कोई कंपनी बोल नहीं सकती है. We are the only ones who can say these two things in the same line. There's a lot of products that are USDA. There are a lot of products that are organic. But not many companies can, nobody can say that they're also built on certified organic farm. So you have to get good at two things. One, you have to good at creating volume because you get paid on it. If you can't get good at creating volume, you can be in this business forever. You're not going to make any money. It's simple. Second, you have to get good at what? You cannot do, you can do 2 3 4 पीवी अपने आप 500 पीवी कर सकते हो 1000 भी कर सकते हो लेकिन 10,000 तो नहीं कर सकते ना. It is hard. So you have to learn that, okay, I'll do a little bit of volume because none of us, at least I don't come from a sales background. I come from an IT background. I'm a gold medalist from NIT Allahabad. मैंने जिंदगी में एक प्रोडक्ट नहीं बेचा. So how do you think I can get an M and suddenly go build a big business? So I knew I can do a little bit, I can learn a little bit, but I can scale it. How do I scale it? I scale it with building a network. Because the team, and the larger the team, the larger your business. So there are two things you have to get good at. Number one, you have to learn how to create volume. And number two, you have to build a network and you have to get good at it. So I'm going to invite two, I believe one of our top people who are with us in the India business. We're building it together. We have a great time. We travel to India back and forth. We have different time. We do meetings. And I'm very fortunate that they've agreed to take a little bit of their time because they have a very large US business. And the first couple I'm going to have them come and share for a few minutes is the couple by the name of Tanmay and Rashmi Sinha. They are founders Emerald with, I believe, 5 or 6 emeralds and above on their team. They have global business. They have an emerald in Hong Kong. They have multiple emeralds in the United States. I don't know. They have more platinums than most people have personal PV. They have a very large business and they are right here. So I'm going to hand it over to Tanmay and Rashmi Sinha. Take away.
All
Great.
right.
Thank you. Dhanyavad, Dhanyavad. Okay. What a beautiful start, Sugeet and Kajal. What a wonderful kickoff. And thank you, Jaydev and Ashish and everybody who's logged in. Okay. By the way, Sugeet and Kajal were talking about duplication. Half of the notes that I had written, Sugeet already covered, and we have not even compared notes. So, proof is more proof that the business is simple. Okay. So I just want to say a couple of things, and Rashmi, I just want to talk about getting the right mindset, building the business with the right mindset. Like Kajal was saying कि अगर धंधा करोगे तो धन आएगा, अगर इसको नौकरी की तरह करोगे तो सिर्फ पैसा आएगा, आएगा जाएगा, आएगा जाएगा. अगर धन चाहिए, प्रॉस्पेरिटी चाहिए, तो धंधा करो. ओके. नाउ लेट मी आस्क, अगर मैं एक बंदर मंकी के सामने 1 लाख रुपया रख दूं या 6 बनानास रख दूं, what do you think he will take? It's very obvious. He will take bananas because he doesn't know ये 1 लाख रुपया है क्या. First of all, he doesn't even understand. Now, that is how most people that you will encounter are. They do not, when you talk to them about health, all they see is a bottle of vitamins that cost 2,000 rupees. They're not able to see. It is our job. That is, so first of all, do you see an opportunity or do you see an expense? When it comes to, do you see an opportunity that there is such a big knowledge gap in India? People are so focused on increasing their lifespan, but they don't understand health span. See, lifespan is basically a quantity of your life, how many years you have in your life. Health span is all about quality. How much life do you have in those years? Okay, अगर आपकी फैमिली में कोई एल्डर है, तो a lot of them last 10-15 years, they are not like super healthy. And it is an alarming trend. Now, that doesn't have to be the case. I certainly don't. We certainly are going to be super healthy, make sure. So, and by the way, we are in an AI age. So I use Chat GPT. How do I increase my health span? What do you think the first answer came? Optimal nutrition. Step number 1. So if you understand these few things, and you understand that we are in a networking business, you will jump at the opportunity that to fill this knowledge gap that exists in the people, and you can understand that all you have to do is educate yourself, sell a little bit, and build a team. And you go through with that mindset with a lot of obsession. कहते ना जैसे दीवानापन, जुनून के साथ आप बिल्ड करोगे तो धन आएगा. अगर इसको आप हौले हौले बिल्ड करोगे तो सिर्फ एलिमेंट्री स्कूल में वो एक कहानी चलती ना कि कछुआ और खरगोश की, कि कछुआ जीत गया, वो इसलिए था क्योंकि खरगोश सो गया था. So it's a wrong programming a lot of us get. So build it with an obsession, educate yourself, but share the product, share the opportunity. And that's really all I want to talk about, and hand over to one of the most obsessed and passionate business owners that I know, my wife, Rashmi Sinha.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Sugeet and Kajal, for this opportunity. And like Tanmay said, we came from IT backgrounds. Tanmay is an engineer. I was master's in computer science. So हम लोगों की family में किसी ने business नहीं किया था. But the reason we got sold out to this business is because of our upline, Sugeet and Kajal. And I wanted to make that very clear. That is the reason we got excited about the business. All our uplines. And Sugeet and Kajal's team, like Saji and Sushma that you will get to hear, we got sold out to each one of them. Our confidence grew in Amway because of the products we used. I've talked about it many times, but as a child, I had to go to hospital many times because of my compromised immunity. मेरी immunity अच्छी नहीं थी. लेकिन जब से मैंने products, last 20 plus years that we have had the multivitamin, XX जो यहाँ पर है, which is Daily Plus in India, उसके बाद से my immunity has become amazingly good. It is in my family history of joint health was not good. But I have been on joint health from the time, I have been 30 years and up. And I had a carpal tunnel thing and I don't have any more, no pain, just because of the joint health vitamins. And the reason I'm sharing this, that you have to build up your confidence in products. Number one thing, you have to have pride in what you do and you have to have confidence in what you are doing. How did we increase our confidence? using our products, creating our testimonials. And third thing is our product education. Amway does a lot of trainings. We understood the importance of micronutrients. Macronutrients पता था, science पढ़ा था, लेकिन micronutrients क्यों जरूरी है ये नहीं मालूम था कि soil में अभी कोई nutrients नहीं बचा है. There is no magnesium, very less magnesium in the soil, and there's research on it. And what does part it play in our body? Importance of protein. That is a lack. We thought कि हमारे पास हम खाना खा रहे हैं, जैसे काजल ने बोला कि Sugeet said, Tanmay said the same thing, that Sugeet and Kajal talked exactly what was in my mind, because I have learned from Kajal, right? That protein, why is it essential and how do we get it? Do we take 5 servings of fruits and veggie? What is gut health about? What is gut microbiome? And Kajal talked about it. And now we have heard in Amway trainings about that gut is your second brain. Your liver health, your air purifier. We had a lot of people in our team who have asthma and things, and they have taken care of their health by using an air purifier. There are people in my team who are nurses who have worked in COVID wards, and they don't, of course, they take all other precautions, but they sit in front of our air purifier before they touch their kids after they come back from hospital. And the cookware we use. So understanding, what these products play in our part, developing your education on it, taking care of our family. Tanmay's grandmother, who lived till almost 100 years, she used our multivitamin for last 20 plus years. My parents do, all our kids do, and we have taken care of our family's health because of that. And then, understanding what Nutrilite is about, like Kajal talked about, 6,000 acres of organic farms. They have invested in India. We just got a book of 90 years of Nutrilite, and we read that Nutrilite is the first company which came with the term called multivitamin. Was not formed. That word was coined by Nutrilite. Phytonutrients, what does that mean? That came from Nutrilite. They have 440 plus scientists, 200 plus engineers with 200 plus advanced degrees. There is a term called sustainability of farming and manufacturing practices. That's what Nutrilite follows. And what Kajal talked about, the traceability of every ingredient from seed to supplement. That will be a big marketing. Nobody else can talk about traceability, what Nutrilite can talk about traceability. So know what your products are, have pride in that, right? And then, after personal testimonials, we started providing health solutions to people that we get to know in our community. I just met a 65-year-old lady who has a lot of wealth, but does not have health. And she was lethargic and was not getting sleep. And she started to use our liver health and sleep health products, and she improved. And last but not the least, it's not just what Kajal said and Sugeet talked about. It's not just about us creating those health solutions, but teaching people in our team who are duplicators. And we have many people in the team who create 500 plus PV or 300 PV, like Mayuri and Nagesh, Charu and Pravesh, Preeti and Ankit. These are influences on and creating a lot of volume. Zina and Anthony, Varsha and Vivek, Pallavi and Harsha, Radha, and one couple that I want to mention is Vidya and Hari, who create 1,000 plus PV. So we are just getting started in India business. We are looking forward to creating many, many duplicators through many, many legs. So excited and fired up. And thank you, Sugeet and Kajal, for this opportunity. Back to you.
Okay. Just,
Yay!
okay, just one thing you can tell, Rashmi is very passionate about Nutrilite and she's very well informed. But the reason we have a business is because we don't just have the knowledge, but we apply the knowledge. And that's one thing I want to talk about is knowledge is great, but it will only create success if you apply it. And the way you apply it, you sell products and you share the opportunity. And you sell products and you share and you sponsor people every month. Sponsor one, sell one. Sponsor, sell. That's it, and that will take you places. Okay, looking forward to hanging out with a lot of you
At ALS trips.
at ALS trips
and Diamond trips.
and Emerald and Diamond clubs.
Thank you.
Yay! How about that? Come on, let's hear for the incredible Tanmay and Rashmi. How you know? I mean, we work hard, man. मैं तो ऐसे आलसी हो जाऊं, लेकिन when you have people like Tanmay and Rashmi, आप आलसी हो ही नहीं सकते. Hope you're blessed by people like that on your team. They can wake you up in the middle of the night and you get fired up and you start. So I have an obligation to continue to build a large business because of people like that. So that was one thing that you get good at. And it is how you educate yourself, how you learn. It is a responsibility. I'm an electronics engineer. Tanmay comes from an IT background. Rashmi comes from an IT background, but they have educated themselves, and you can too. I mean, Amway India gives you such great training. They have such great resources. लेकिन मेहनत तो आपको करनी पड़ेगी सर. सीखना तो आप ही को पड़ेगा, हम आपको नहीं करा. जो चीजें आपको है ना, खाना अपने मुंह से खाना पड़ता है. हम कितना भी आपको दे दें अच्छा खाना, अपने मुंह से ही डालना पड़ेगा. So anyway, you have to learn that. The second thing you have to get good at is building a network. So I know Tanmay and Rashmi talked about so many people who do 200 PV, 500 PV, 1000 PV, but that is as much as you can do. But if you scale it, you can have a large business, which is the whole idea of the beautiful Amway business opportunity that you all have access to. And I wanted to bring up one of the people who have an incredible success in that area, in sponsoring people, building a network, leading from the front. You have to lead from the front. It's a leadership driven business, and kabhi kabhi it is hard. You know, it is very easy to tell people what to do. Sometimes it's hard to show people what to do. And I have asked Sugeet and Sushma, who are diamonds in the US business, in the US market. They have a very big India business and a very happening global business. So we're very fortunate they're here. So help me bring up for a few minutes the incredible diamonds, Sugeet and Sushma Kumar.
Thank you, Sugeet. Everyone. All right. This is Saji and Sushma. We were born and raised in Mumbai, India, but we are calling in from New Jersey. We both have an IT background. We both worked as software consultants, and we were introduced to this business, Sugeet and Kajal. I met Sugeet and Kajal, and I saw what is possible through this business. And what made me look at this business was I had seen a 63-year-old gentleman being let go. He was given 15 minutes to walk out of a job that he had been doing for 25 years of his life. और लोग बोलते हैं ना, तो आई एम फ्रॉम मुंबई, तो हमारे हिंदी में वड़ा पाव का टेस्ट मिलेगा आपको. है ना. तो हम लखनऊ से नहीं है, कानपुर से नहीं है. तो लोग बोलते हैं कि अरे एमबीए बिजनेस करने पे लोग तुम्हारे बारे में बहुत कुछ बोलेगा. तो व्हेन आई गॉट स्टार्टेड इन माय लाइफ, आई नेवर took up a job. I started my own business at the age of 21. Not this business, but a conventional business. तभी भी लोग बोलते थे, घर वाले भी बोलते थे, अरे यार क्या कर रहे हो अपनी जिंदगी के साथ, गुप्ता जी का बेटा को देखो. है ना. तो बोलने वाले तो सब बोलेंगे, आप उसके साथ क्या करेंगे उस पर डिपेंडेंट है ना. तो आई एम गोइंग टू हैंड इट ओवर टू सुषमा. Now, just to before I get Sushma on, I want to let you know, you need to listen to Sushma. Why? Because right before we went diamond in 2019, but right before we went diamond in 2018, Sushma was tracking about 100 XX customers, personal.
They don't know double X.
नहीं, उनको XX नहीं पता है. तो आपका सोचो मल्टीविटामिन जो हमारे यूएस में है,
डेली प्लस.
हाँ, डेली प्लस सोचो, है ना. 100 प्लस पर्सनली. ओके. So we built a balanced business. हमने स्पॉन्सर भी किया लोगों को और रिटेल भी किया प्रोडक्ट्स, क्योंकि हमारा प्रोडक्ट्स ही ऐसा है कि आप किसी से भी बात कर लो, कोई ना कोई तो मिलेगा जो खरीदेगा. ओके. So with that, yes, Sushma.
So thank you for this opportunity. I want to thank Jaydev and Ashish. We have not personally worked with you because we are from the Western market, but Abhijit has been a huge help for us, and Arijit Som also. We work very closely with both of them. But thank you for this opportunity. I grew up in a middle class family in Pune. And growing up, we were told few things, right? We were told, पढ़ो, अच्छे से पढ़ो, मेहनत करो. And सबसे important चीज जो हमको बोली गई थी, that was चादर देख के पैर फैलाओ. Now, somewhere inside us, both of us, was a child who asked, वो बड़ी चादर कहाँ मिलेगी? क्योंकि हमको पैर फैलाने हैं, राइट? तो बड़ी चादर ढूंढते ढूंढते हम यूएस आ गए. We were working here as software consultants, and actually a co-worker of ours asked us कि would you like to do a business on the side? And we said, अच्छा और बड़ी चादर मिल सकती है. He said, sure, we would like to do a business on the side. And that is how we got started in the business, because we met the team, we fell in love with the team, right? Now, obviously, जब अपना business शुरू किया है तो हम अपने पैसे अपने बिजनेस में डालेंगे ना, किसी और को क्यों देंगे? So we started using the products. We said we're going to try every product that Amway offers. And that is how we got introduced to the Nutrilite line of products. So like Kajal said, we were not used to this concept of taking multivitamins, protein shake पियो, कुछ भी नहीं करते थे हम, right? जो बस रोटी सब्जी, that's all we knew about. But then we said हमारे products है तो हम use करेंगे, and we started using the products. We saw our health improve. Now I have a definition of quality of life. Quality of life is a combination of our energy levels, of how our immune system works, of how soon we bounce back from illnesses, of our social connections, of how we think about life in general. And we got this entire package deal because of our association with Amway and this team, right? Now, it's not enough to just acknowledge that we have something good in hand. We believe that true gratitude lies in paying it forward. That is what we started to do. We started to build a network. We started to teach other people and the benefit of these products and how to market these products, right? Now, according to the Indian Council of Medical Research, 56.4% of the disease burden in India is because of poor dietary choices. What does that mean for us as Amway business owners, right? We can change that. We can change that because, we can educate other people about it. Even though we live in the USA, our roots are in India. Our loved ones are in India, and we want to see them live healthier lives. We want to see them make better choices. So we make it our life's mission to talk to people about the value in nutrition, the value in making good choices. We're very excited to be part of Amway's ambitious goal of transforming 5 million lives in the next 5 years, right? And we want to be a big part of that. We know that the Indian dietary supplement industry did 157 billion rupees in 2023, but it's projected to do 491 billion rupees by 2032. Now, what does that mean for us? We, as ABOs, can claim a piece of that pie based on how many people we are going to educate and empower in making these good choices, right? So I want to leave you with this, guys. जितना मर्जी पैर फैलाओ, because बड़ी चादरों की कोई कमी नहीं है. So let's use this opportunity to create a huge dent in the wellness industry because of how many people we talk to. And I want to hand it over to Saji.
So thank you, Sushma. That was amazing, right? Come on, let's hear it for Sushma. What happened to everyone?
Right. Right.
Yeah, here is the thing. We learned from Sugeet and Kajal to build a balanced business. So no matter, even though Sushma was good at retailing, we were building up with, we didn't have a gender-based role in our business. So after the pandemic, Sushma and I, we both started doing everything in the business. Everything. मतलब plan दिखाओ, product बेचो, जो भी है, सब कुछ हम दोनों करने लगे. And that's what made us go diamond. That's what helped us go diamond. And similarly, we found people. We were not the only ones selling or creating retail in our business. We started forming a team, building a team. Like Sugeet talked about, 2 aspects of the business, creating volume, building a network. And we focused on both areas so that we can build a balanced business, right? And we found people who did the same in our business. And I just want to highlight some of the people in our business who actually, the reason why I'm doing this is to give you an idea of what kind of people actually build this business. This is Sushma's sister. If you see my slides, are you seeing my slides? All right. Okay. So,
Yes.
Yeah, this is Sushma's sister, who's her housewife, right? And she started using the products, selling the product, then talking to a few people. And guess what? Now she's a strong 18% qualified business going platinum this fiscal year, done deal, no questions about it. Now she's followed by her son, who started up this business as a young kid, 18-year-old energetic kid, and built a team of young 20-year-olds, highly energetic, excited, enthusiastic people, all professionals building the business. And he's a BBI in the business, going platinum. He's followed by somebody else who's a BBI mechanical engineer. Sachin Patil got into the business and started building the business. And he actually sets a great example because there's not a single month that he has not done a personal 300 PV, his personal 300 PV, and sponsored at least one or two people in his business personally. And that's how. See, it's easy to talk about examples, but to show an example is some needs for you to do something about it. Okay. So, and then this is Sanjana. Now, Sanjana was a housewife, right? Her husband is a CFO, a very successful professional, but she wanted to build her own business, right? And she independently, she's not only has gone BFI, but has a strong on track for BBI in the coming month. Now, this is Sukesh Namulya. Sukesh started as a single guy, professional, very excited about the business. He got started, and then he got married to Amulya, who's also a professional, finance professional, got started, and from day one, they have been committed to the business. Here's their story. Along the way, during the pandemic and all of the situations that happened, they had to rely on their Amway business to run their household, right?
Because of job loss.
Because of job loss. And they were able to do that because of this business. And all of these people, now Jayashree Nair or Amulya or Sanjana, like these people create about 600 to 800 PV in their personal circle, and which is possible for every single person who's building the business. Now, here's another thing. This business is very simple. Everyone talks about KYC, right? Know your customers. I want you to talk about KYG, know your goals. Because if you know your goal, it's very easy, right? But then you have some framework, some reference for everything that you do in life. And with that, here's back to my amazing appliance, Sugeet and Kajal. Thank you, Sugeet, for the time, and thank you, Amway, for everything that you do back in India.
Yeah. क्या बात है, क्या बात है, क्या बात है. Thank you so much, Saji and Sushma, for sharing. Wow, that was powerful. अरे एक बार और तालियां भाई. I like that. People Charu Pallavi sending hearts. That's good. So listen, for a lot of you, I want to make sure you understand that the business is not complicated. Kajal and I got started, from the India, we started here. We learned how to build the business back in India, because I'll tell you what makes the business simple. It is people. And like it or not, they're all the same. People are all the same. You know why the business became easy for us? Because it took me a little while to understand. Because, I remember I grew up in India and now I'm in United States. And you would think यहाँ के लोग थोड़े अलग होंगे. नहीं. Everybody is the same. Everybody wants a nicer car, a nicer home. They want nicer things for their children. They want to take care of their parents. They want a little bit of more money in the bank. They want to travel the world. They want to be healthy. Everybody is the same. And when everybody is the same, then you realize now it's just a matter of finding the right people who want to build this. So there is a talk I made long time ago, and I talked about there's only two kinds of people. One who will get excited about this business and one who are not. One who's looking, one who's not looking. There is only two kinds of customers. One who's looking for your product and one who's not. इसको complicate करने की जरूरत नहीं है. And if you have the guts, and I'm talking of guts from both angles, you should have a healthy gut. Hello, neutralite. But you should also have the guts to go and build this. And I'll tell you what, when, Saji talked about some of the leaders, and, all of us have leaders on our team, and Tanmay Rashmi talked about the leaders, and, we are very fortunate. But you have to find them. We have to find these people. They are not sitting in one coffee shop, a bada pav shop, ek saath baithe hain, you can go and talk to them and they all get together. No, you have to find them one at a time. But you should be able to do the business properly. So the one thing that you have to learn, there's 4 things I'm going to teach you today in the next few minutes that I have. 1, you have to master your craft. This is your business. If I ask people, And all the people who have logged in from all parts of India, किसी को भी पूछो किसको platinum जाना है, is anybody wants to go platinum, anybody wants to go diamond, everybody hand goes up. Then why don't people get there? Why don't they get there? How hard is it? Because there's only two things I talked about. Is one what? Creating volume, and the second is learning how to build a network. And if you don't get good at it, you can go and kitna bhi gana galo, you can keep on saying I'm going platinum, you can say whatever you want. If you are not able to master your craft, you'll never make it. If you want to be a good cricketer, you have to go practice every day, boss. You cannot be watching Instagram reels all day long. You cannot be sitting there and you know everything that's happening in politics, not just only in India, all around the world. If you know more about our elections in the United States, you are not going platinum. You're not going platinum. If you want to go platinum and beyond, it requires a focus. And it has to be the only thing you're doing. And Kajal and I were going platinum and beyond. There was not too many things we were doing in life at that time. We took care of our children. We needed to take care. We took care of our job. I needed that. And then we built the business. Now, I'm not saying you have to do what we have done. I'm just telling you what we did. If you want to know what we did, I'm just letting you know. Anybody, and I was looking at some of the, people were sending some of the messages. Bhupinder ji, thank you for it. He's sending, I was on YouTube, people's comments I was watching. And you know what? I just realized that everybody who has built a large business has put in focused effort. And so you have to master your craft. You cannot keep on saying, हमसे product नहीं बेचा जाता है, तो छोड़ दो यार, business नहीं चलेगा आपसे. If you cannot go and create 2, 3, 400 PV every month, forget this. You'll never go platinum. You just cannot. Because how can you teach somebody what you don't know? What you don't do, you can't teach. खाली बोलने से थोड़ी ना चलता है. You have to actually show them what you want them to do. So Kajal and I had to learn how to create volume, how to develop customers, how to build. Then the second thing we had to get good at was building a team. And I know it's not easy. Let me tell you that it's not easy because people are complicated. Business बहुत आसान है हमारा, आदमी complicated है. And you know what? That also is the fun part. If you really ask me, that is the fun part. And that is where it's the fun of finding people. I see some people logged in from our team. I see PK and Sonia here. I see Murli and Shalu. These are all the people, SK and Santosh. These are all these guys who have started in the US business and now building AJ and Shobi. All these guys are building large India businesses. But we had to find them one at a time. ये सारे एक जैसे नहीं बैठे थे. कोई फ्लोरिडा में मिला, कोई न्यू जर्सी में मिला, कोई कनाडा में मिला, कोई घर के बगल में मिला, कोई तड़ीपार मिला, कोई अरे यार सब बगल में होते तो कितना आसान था. But we were willing to go and find these people. And I'll tell you, when you know the business is good, you'll attract great quality people. We have a couple in India by the name of Hussain and Dr. Zeenat. Zeenat is an anesthesiologist. She's a high-profile doctor and a high-profile husband. Why are they in the business? Because the opportunity is fantastic. So you show it to people, but only if you believe in the business. If I don't believe, why would I attract people like that? Zeenat actually sponsored her sister, who's also a PhD, Dr. Parveen, and her husband Wali, who's in the police force. And you know what? You attract good quality people who come in. You attract sharp people. In Agent Show, we have a couple by the name of Darshan and Abha, who are, high-profile corporate people. But it doesn't matter. I see Pravesh and Charu, corporate people, Nagesh and Mayuri, who are founders, Platinum, moving on. These are people who are looking, but only if you have mastered your craft. If you are still not sure, कोई पूछता है क्या है, पता नहीं क्या है, बिजनेस है, थोड़ा साइड में करते हैं, ये क्या तुमको बीमारी है क्या? Do you have a disease? Or are you confident of the business? I believe in my heart, Amway business is the number one business in the world to build. It's the number one opportunity that is, in my personal opinion, it's the number one opportunity. That's why we have chosen to. We are all smart people. We are all qualified people. We were all doing great jobs. There's nothing against that. But we knew that the business can provide. So number one is you master your craft. You have to understand how numbers work. You have to understand how many people do I need to sponsor to find the people who will be part of the team. क्योंकि हर आदमी नहीं करता है. हर आदमी जिससे आप बात करोगे will not get in. Everybody who gets in is not going to build it. You need to know. Sit down with your upline. Sit down with your coach. Master your craft. Number one. Number two is you develop a great attitude. You have to develop an attitude of succeeding. That means you have to be confident you're going to make it. अगर आप बिजनेस में 2 हफ्ते भी हो ना, and if you are very confident you're going to succeed, oh, you'll have a following. You will have a following if you are confident that you will succeed. Now, if I ask your hand, how many know you're going to make it big in this business? कुछ लोग तो हाथ खड़ा करो मैं देखूं. How many believe 100% you'll be very big? पूरा जम के हाथ खड़ा करो यार, with full confidence that you're going to have a big business. Now, if you can say that with confidence, then you have a following. Then you have a following. But if you can't even say that, then why would people follow? What is your attitude towards success? Are you 100% you're going to succeed? देखते हैं, try करेंगे. अरे क्विट करो यार, अगर ट्राई करना है तो छोड़ दो, नहीं चलता ये ट्राई करने वालों के लिए नहीं है. या तो करोगे या नहीं करोगे. There is no nothing in between. I'll try. There's nothing to try. Either you're going to succeed or you won't. Either you're going to build it to the level you want to build or you won't. Pick one. You can't do both. Pick one. Kajal and I chose that this is something we want to do for the rest of your life because the products are amazing, the company is amazing, my team is amazing, my sponsor is amazing, my upline is amazing. So guess what? We committed for life. That's our choice. You don't have to do it. I'm just talking about us. So number two is we developed a great attitude. When life hit us, we stood up. By the way, this is not easy. This business is not easy. That's why everybody is not able to successfully build it. It is hard. But then good things don't come easy. Good things don't come easy. अगर कुछ easy चाहिए तो इसमें ये don't do this. This is not meant for the weak people. This is not meant for the weak people. This is meant for strong people who want to accomplish something in life. And I believe in all of you. You have to believe in yourself. Yeah, you are a creation of a higher power. Why don't you believe in yourself? I believe sitting in America that I can succeed here. Forget India यार. यहाँ पे भी कर सकते, कहीं पे भी कर सकते. And we believe the same thing for you if you're in India. You should believe that you can build a large business. Why not? Amway has great plans of growth, massive plans for growth. Amway India is investing in everything, in different plans and different opportunities and different promotions. But you have to believe in yourself because there are some people who are going to take advantage of it. So number two is attitude. Develop a great attitude. When life hits you, stand up. One more time, stand up. Things will happen in this business. People will quit. They are people. What are you going to do? But are you willing to go fight and find the ones who want to build it? And you will, because there's enough people out there who are looking. So that's number two. Number three is develop a strong work ethic. It is hard work. And when I say hard work, it's not like, "Arey, dard ho raha hai." None of that. It is fun work. I was yesterday with a group of people at one of our AJ and Showbiz team. We were at a place at Sunil and Nina's house. And you know, after doing the meeting and talking about the products and the support team and the team and everything we talked about, you know, we realized what a great business. I can't get fired. You cannot throw me out. I don't have to wait for a raise from somebody else. I control my raise. I can give my raise as much as you want. I can do another meeting. I can do another meeting. I can show another plan. I can sell another product. And there is no limit to how much I can make if I learned how to build a business. For me, that was the best, but it requires focus. So that means I can't be watching cricket all day. I have a choice. I can either watch cricket all day, or I can watch politics all day, or I can watch movies all day, or I can go build my business. I chose to build my business because my dreams were connected with the business I was going to build. And so for me, you know, sometimes people say, "Arey, aapne cricket dekhna band kar diya, to bada sacrifice hai." Sacrifice hai? What sacrifice ka definition is when you're doing something and you stop doing it for something much greater. Then it's a sacrifice. But watching cricket and building a better future for my family, is that a sacrifice or is it an investment to my family's better future? Think about it. Every time I missed a cricket match and I missed everything that the Prime Minister is doing or anything the President is doing, it was not a sacrifice. It was me investing in my family's better future. And you make that choice. For me, it was never a sacrifice. Doing any plan, working with anybody in the team was never a sacrifice. It was an investment to a brighter future. And that's what we chose to do. It's a choice we made, by the way. किसी ने हमको बोला नहीं है. Nobody told us to do this. Nobody. Nobody ever had to tell us that. And the fourth thing is, which I'm very, very particular about and the reason for our success. And I attribute the bigger portion of our reason of success is we have plugged in to a coach, a mentor, or you can call an upline. Totally plugged in. And when I say plugged in, I'll tell you what it means. It doesn't mean you take their name. Oh, my upline is this. मेरे इनकी टीम से हूं, ये मेरे coach. If for the last 5 days you did not call your coach and your upline the last 5 days in a row, you're not plugged in. Ab bolo. Now see if you're plugged in. Think about it this way. Because for me, plugged in means I'm going to learn. I talk to my upline every day, just about. Every day. Doesn't matter where my upline is. They could be in India, they could be in Australia, they could be anywhere. I will call them up. And by the way, there is no excuse anymore. अगर आपकी अपलाइन कहीं पे भी बैठी है, आजकल तो व्हाट्सएप फ्री है, कहीं से भी कहीं कॉल कर लो भाई. What's your excuse? Let me repeat that. When I say plugged into an upline, and when I say, because who can teach you how to succeed in this? Somebody who has done it. हमारी एक upline है, Bill and Peggy Britt. He said, Sugeet, become a fruit inspector. Kanti and Lata taught us that. Madhu Cheda taught us that. You know what they taught us? Become a fruit inspector. How do you test if a tree is good? How do you test if a tree is good? You check the fruit. अगर फल अच्छा है, fruit अच्छा है, तो tree अच्छी है. And when I looked at these people, when I looked at Kanti and Lata Gala, and looked at Kumar and Ajira, looked at Bill and Peggy Britt, look at their fruit. These are people who have created an impact in society, who have created an incredible life, not just for themselves, for everybody around us. So guess what I did? There is a good fruit. And when there is a good fruit, I became a fruit inspector. I said, that's the tree I want to be with. And so I made sure I call up my upline every day. No, he says, Sugeet, आप क्या बात कर रहे हो? Rose, they are busy. Well, let them decide. You don't decide for your upline if they are busy or not. If they are busy, they will let you know, busy whom, don't call me today. You don't make that decision. I let my upline decide. And you know how I call up my upline? I every day text them, and I have a short form in my iPhone. I write B and the word Z, and it becomes busy question mark. And I send it to Kumar. And he will respond right away. We'll call you in 2 hours, we'll call you in 4 hours, or he'll call me right away because he's free. But I make sure I talk to them every day. Are you talking to your upline, a growing upline, every day? And if you are not, you're not plugged in. You want a big business? You want to go platinum? Oh, you talk to your upline every day. You talk to a coach, you find a mentor, you find somebody, and there is somebody in your upline. You say, but मेरे upline अच्छा नहीं लगता है. अच्छे बच्चे की बात नहीं है. This is not about loving your upline. This is about building a fantastic, growing, working relationship. And when you build that relationship, you automatically develop a much better relationship. Kajal and I made sure I talk to my upline every day. That has been the key of our success. We are average people, boss. हम यूपी के भाई हैं, गांव से हैं, कानपुर, 113/187. पूरा एड्रेस नहीं दूंगा, नहीं तो आप पहुंच जाओगे. वैसे वहां पे कोई रहता नहीं है, हमारी फैमिली, डोंट वरी. बट यू नो व्हाट, आई रियलाइज आई कम फ्रॉम अ वेरी हम्बल बैकग्राउंड, बट सीखने को तैयार हूं बॉस. I never wanted to be a big leader in this business. I just wanted to be a good student of my upline. If my upline thinks about my name, yaar, one of my top students. ऐसे नाम आता है. Who's my top student? One of my top students. Sugeet and Kajal. वो आना चाहिए. And for that, I had to prove myself. It doesn't mean, I just didn't have to look good, even though I look good. But it was not about that. It was not about the looks. I had to go build my business, and with the growth that I created is what created the respect for us. That's when they can say, yeah, fantastic student. So I just want to let you know, this is one of the best times to build the MBA business in India and around the world. You have an incredible support from, I believe, one of the best corporations globally. Kajal and I have had the chance to work with the leadership of Amway in the United States. You've had the chance to spend time with the leadership in India. You have some great support. Neutralites 90 years. What a year And the things that they are doing around the world, we just came back from our ALS trip, which we call as Achievers. What growth, what excitement. And there are so many, Amway is doing everything possible in India for us to succeed. But we just have to do our part. We have to go out and build the business. We have to go out there and do our part. I mean, I appreciate people like Jaydev and Ashish and Rajneesh and everybody who's supporting us. I do. All across India. But we still have to go build this, man. Jaydev cannot build the business for us. He can support us. Sir, आपको जो ट्रेनिंग चाहिए मैं देता हूं, लेकिन boss, we have to go and talk to our customers. We have to show the plan. We have to go and sponsor people like our life depends on it. Because that's how you build a large team. So anyway, I want to thank you guys. Jaydev, I want to thank you for inviting me. Thank you, Ashish. This is such an honor. I don't take it lightly. That's why look at me. मैं shave wave करके आया बराबर से. I wore my nicest jacket to make sure we do it right. So thank you. Back to you, Jaydev. I appreciate all that you do, and we look forward to a fantastic future and appreciate all your support.
Thank you so very much. Wow.
Yay!
Wow, great, sir. Thank you so very much, Sugeet sir, Kajal ma'am, Tanmay ma'am, Tanmay sir, Rashmi ma'am, and Saji ji and Sushma ji. So it was amazing day to begin it at in an India business. Sunday morning, full of the learning doses. 4 points which sir started know your craft till he talked about plug in with your upline and learn. And it's not about just plug in, but switch on also. So he talked about it. Rashmi ma'am talked about data, talked about personal retailing. Tanmay sir talked very good thing that it's not about knowledge but applied knowledge. आप सीखते रहेंगे, कितना सीखेंगे, जितना सीखा है उससे शुरू करें. Saji sir has talked about the personal volumes, 1000 PV, and good that in India also we are having such leadership who are doing these kind of things. Yeah, but scaling it up, 100 daily plus customers handled by ma'am, which is one of the target. I think many of you can take that. It's not today, tomorrow, but yes, during the course of your business building. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful day ahead, and good night to the US leaders. I would just say that we are there to support your goal. We are here to do everything possible to let you meet your goals. You succeed in Amway business. And because you are there, we are there. आप हैं तो हम हैं. आप हैं तो एमवे बिजनेस है. आप हैं तो एमवे इंडिया का बिजनेस है. इंडिया में एबीओज हैं तो एमवे ग्रो कर रहा है. Thank you so very much for whatever you do and how you do. You have learned a lot. Yes, एक चीज जो मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगी, सुगीत सर, you talked about your experience and also requested people to confirm from the upline, because this is how the big leaders are. They are talking about their success. They are talking how they are actually वो खोल के रख दे रहे कि उन्होंने कैसे सक्सेस को हासिल किया, पर साथ ही साथ कह रहे हैं आपके अपलाइंस के साथ कनेक्ट करें. Thank you so very much. A lot of learning, a lot of excitement, and a lot of hope. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Sugeet sir. Thanks a lot, and thanks everybody.
Thank you, Jaydev.
Thank you,
Bye,
Sugeet sir.
everybody.
Thank you so much.